Welcome to Traveler's Tales. I am your host, Greg Alonso. Today I will be your guide through history as we take a look at the Maccabees, the Hammer of God. Before we begin, just a quick reminder that we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. Moving right along, mythology tells us one thing while archaeology tells us another. Who were the Maccabees? Why have the two books of the Maccabees been eliminated from some versions of the Bible? Today we will take a look at the revolt of the Maccabees and try to answer these questions. Sefer HaMaccabim, or as we know in English, are the books of the Maccabees. The work covers the leaders of the Jewish rebellion against the Seleucid dynasty. The books of the Maccabees refer to a series of deuterocanonical books contained in various canons of the Bible. First Maccabees, originally written in Hebrew and surviving only in a Greek translation, refers to the history of the Maccabees from 175 before the Common Era until 134 of the Common Era. The second book of the Maccabees is an earlier history in Hebrew which relates to the history of the Maccabees from 176 before the Common Era to 161 before the Common Era. This book focuses on Judas Maccabeus, praying for the dead and making offerings. The third book of the Maccabees is a Greek narrative that professes a historical account of Egyptian Jews being delivered from impending martyrdom at the hands of Ptolemy IV Philopator. This takes place in the 3rd century before the Common Era. The fourth book of the Maccabees is a Greek philosophic discourse praising the supremacy of reason over passion. The text centers on Maccabean and martyrs as examples. The fifth book of the Maccabees is an Arabic language history from 186 before the Common Era to 6 before the Common Era. The same title is used for the Syrian version of the sixth book of Josephus and the Jewish War. The sixth Maccabees is a Syrian poem that possibly shared a lost source with fourth Maccabees. The seventh book of the Maccabees is a Syriac work focusing on speeches of the Maccabean martyrs and their mother. The eighth and final book of the Maccabees is a brief account of the revolt, drawing on Seleucid sources. The first two books are considered canonical by the Roman Catholic Church. The first three books are included in the canon of the Eastern Orthodox Church. Finally, the Georgian Orthodox Church is the only one to consider fourth Maccabees as canonical. The books of the first and second Maccabees offer similar accounts. In the first Maccabees, the author offers a sober historical account of the persecution of the Jews under Antiochus IV. This author is also heavily influenced by the authors of the Hebrew Bible. First Maccabees also entails the rise of the Hasmonean dynasty. In contrast, the author of the second book presents a heavily dramatic and theological dense account of a shorter but overlapping time period, which is 180 to 161 before the Common Era. The second author depicts martyrs alongside Judas Maccabeus as champions who have earned favor as a result. Second Maccabees is notably dramatic and emotional and begins with two letters, epistles 1 and 2. Who then was Judas Maccabeus? Judas Maccabeus was a Jewish priest and son of the renowned priest Matthias. It was Judas who led the Maccabean revolt against the Seleucid oppressors. Judas Maccabeus was praised for his valor and military talent. With such qualities, Judas was a natural choice to command the forces of the rebels. The Maccabees, when translated from Aramaic, Maccabah or Maccabet, in Hebrew means hammer or sledgehammer. It is interesting to note that the surname Maccabeus was also exclusive to Judas. His brothers were known by another. At a later date, it came to signify all the Hasmoneans who fought during the Maccabean revolt. Lastly, the Jewish holiday of Hanukkah, which means dedication, commemorates the restoration of worship at the Second Temple in Jerusalem. It was Judas Maccabeus who purified the temple after he removed all of the statues depicting Greek gods and goddesses. This brings us to the end of the Maccabees, the Hammer of God. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Traveler's Tales. Just a reminder that we post new videos every Tuesday and Friday. Don't forget to hit the little bell icon to be notified each time we post new videos. For your convenience, we have also posted our email address and Instagram information. We enjoy hearing from our subscribers Don't hesitate to contact us with any questions or comments you may have. If you haven't subscribed to Traveler's Tales, please do. This really is the best way to help our channel grow. Traveler's Tales will return with part 2 of The Maccabees, the Hammer of God. Until we meet again at the crossroads of folklore and fact, Kartistos.